What is up, Jamily? This is JamirFan2000 with yet my part 2 of my track-by-track review of the 8th JAMIROQUAI album, Automaton, which released today in the European and Asian market and is available to listen to on streaming on various websites. This is my part 2 of my review covering the last 6 songs, or I should say the tail end of the Automaton album, track-by-track review, and oh my god, does things get really interesting from this point on. And as I said in the part 1 episode, we're going on to the track Summer Girl, which continues the great song run that I mentioned in the part 1 video of my review, and it's just a warm song. I originally thought that Cloud 9 was going to be the 7 Days of Sunny June, and what I mean by the 7 Days of Sunny June type of track is it's a summery, just lovely, disposable, just summer track that everybody can just groove to. It doesn't have to be good lyrically, it doesn't have to be good compositionally. It's just got to be a fun party track. Summer Girl is fucking gorgeous. It's probably one of the most gorgeous songs on the album. The warm sun glow hits our skin in this hot track, which certainly is tied with Cloud 9, with being, as I said, the 7 Days of Sunny June of Automaton. The string arrangements by Simon Hale embrace this ballad and make this a lovely little groover. Just the perfect summer track with a perfect ping-pong bass line. It is a tight track, but it's the strings that just take the song to a higher echelon on this track list. So it's just amazing song. Props to Simon Hale and the string arrangements on this song. It is just freaking gorgeous. Not to mention the chorus is just freaking like an absolute angel. The chorus is gorgeous. JK's vocals are probably at its peak on this album. When it comes to really good JK vocals for this whole album of Automaton, it's really reaching its apex on Summer Girl. So absolutely gorgeous, tight track. Now we come on to yet another, the second real experimenting by JAMIROQUAI on Automaton with a track called Nights Out in the Jungle. JK did say in an interview on the Universal Music Germany video track by track that he did recently, talking about Nights Out in the Jungle, how this song had been kicked around the studio for a good few years. You know, in between his break on raising his first daughter and coming back into the studio and getting back to work on Automaton. This was a very daring move by JK and Matt Johnson on Nights in the Jungle, but it pays off. This is yet, you know, as I said in the part 1 of my review, it is very hard to strike a balance between the old sound and the new sound and trying to make everybody happy in the fan base or where you go musically. And Nights in the Jungle is the highest level experimentation on Automaton, and it is pitch perfect. Paul's bass work in the song is like a metaphorical explorer, cutting its way through a dank forest, trying to find the cool whispers of JK's chirping and cocky lyrics. And the addition of the Metropolitan monkey sounds, the return of DJ scratches, like I said in the part 1, as much as I said that JAMIROQUAI returns to the bass work of old JAMIROQUAI material, the DJ element that was very present in the early JAMIROQUAI material is back in this album and on this track. And the incidental bangs and bops, light synth swirls, and soloist percussion make this the second best track on the album. It is the second best track on the album. JK's lyrics are very extraneous and just perfect in the places, but this is a absolute beast of a track, and it continues the best song run on this album into fruition. So mesmerizing track. This is a track you're gonna have to listen to multiple times and pick up all the monkey sounds and all the little incidental stuff. It is a great grower track. So amazing job of Nights in the Jungle. So then the song run ends with the topical track Dr. Buzz. And Dr. Buzz, as JK said in that same interview, it's a very political song. It's basically a song lyrical about all the wanton violence that has been happening here in the United States over the last few years. And it's yet another partially experimental track. It's basically the most political commentary track since probably Rock Dust Light Star, and it is very much a slow burner, but it's a great craft. The tight grooves makes this so many tight turns that it was unexpected, that the only occurrence of the brass comes in later in the song that you wouldn't expect. This is one of only 2 songs that has hidden brass in there, or hidden horns. But Dr. Buzz lyrically and musically does what it needs to do, and is an awesome track. And it's just an amazing track. The brass is like a bow on the song, and it's just a beautiful song. Great job. All right, then we come to We Can't Do It. Much like how Cloud 9 was a very chill track, this is the second really chill track on the album. You can give it comparisons to previous chill out tracks from Jamiroquai, like Drifting Along from Traveling Without Moving. It's warranted, and the bouncy bass lines with a very reggae song and chirping JK looking for love being reconciled lyrics. It works. It's like basically a rest period. It's like a rest period on the album. It's like a musical rest period. For some people who went through the helter skelter of Dr. Buzz and Nights Out in the Jungle and freaking Super Fresh, this is a good calm down track. But for me, I found it a little bit monotonous. But it's probably the weakest song in the album. But for the people that have listened, as I just said, the people listen to the album and listen to all these just amazingly complex tracks and want a chill down song, this is the perfect song. So good placing on the track listing, but I still think it's a bit of the weakest song in the album. Now we come to a bit of a dark horse track, Vitamin. This song had, since the samples got out from that JK interview in Universal Music Germany, this was one of the most hyped tracks by fans. This was like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Some of the music reviews kind of describe Vitamin as like a virtual insanity, which was kind of a weird comparison, given that some of these reviewers didn't give a darn on reviewing the last Jamiroquai album, Rock Dust Lightstar, but now they're coming in an automaton, so they're like just doing crazy scatterbrained comparisons. But this song is hard to very analyze because it resides in such a dirty groove pit. The groove in this song is very, very dirty, very, very good, but the bass line's kind of sludgy, the guitar is kind of wonka-chonka and slippery, and JK's vocals are sniping. And it ends up, it all leads into a very weird audio concoction. And I thought I was going to go into Nights in the Jungle and Dr. Buzz with thinking, what's going on here? But Vitamin ended up making me think, whoa, wow, where is this going? It is the most grower track on the album. And for people who don't know what grower means, it's a track you have to listen to over and over and over again to really pick up on everything, and then have your brain process it and then figure out, oh, this is actually good or this is bad. So that's why I say it's the most grower track. But overall, it really, really shines. The lyrics, the instrumentation, just a great, great song. It is a weird song. For me, it's the most weird song in the album, but it's a good weird song. So, for the people that really like it, you like it. Me, I'm kind of still on the fence. I got to listen to it at least another maybe 10 times before I start getting into the groove, you might say. Getting into the dirt groovy pit, as I said. But then we come to the last song in the album, Carla. And Carla was, of course, written by JK to his first daughter that he took time off from production of this album for about a year to raise. And it is just an absolutely lovely, bouncy ballad homage from JK to his lovely daughter, Carla. JK really shines on his fatherly optimism he exudes to her in the lyrics. And the instrumentation is also very, very complimented in this track. This quite easily could have been released as a third single, or even a second single from Automaton. But you know what? It's a great ending track to an absolutely amazing album. Final thoughts about Automaton. It's just, I'll say it. This is the best produced Jamiroquai album of the discography. I'm going to say that. I'm putting all my marbles into the bag on that one. This is the best produced Jamiroquai album musically in a very, very long time, probably since Synchronized, and that was a decade ago. But this album exhibits more evolutionary sound, embracing the future and all technologies it prevails for humanity. But it also takes the time to remind humanity to be wary of these technologies and not to forget our own humanity of the process while using and utilizing them. Most of the album is fixated with love, which humanity has always been fixated as one of its base emotions. And also at the same time, it's going. Jamiroquai is evolving towards more of a EDM meets trip hop meets type of musical direction. And for JK and Matt Johnson to walk that fine line is very, very daring and very, very smart by them, because there's not many other people in pop music or in any band or any genre that is willing to make this move unless they have a lot of credence to do it. And props to JK and Matt Johnson for producing yet another great Jamiroquai album. And I would dare to say that Matt Johnson is quite literally hitting a Toby Smith level of amazing musical composition. Not saying JK isn't either, but JK has been the consummate great composer, and Matt Johnson has been just a perfect writing partner for him since Toby left way back then. But I think both Toby and Stuart Zender will wholeheartedly agree that these musicians have really upped their game on this album, and have really contributed greatly to the legacy of Jamiroquai's discography. And this album was an absolute fun roller coaster ride of a listening. And of course, this is constantly where most reviewers would give it a star rating, and I'm going to give this album 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason I don't give it 5 stars is because of We Can Do It and a few other little things. I would give this 5 stars, but I have to give it 4.5 because this we haven't had a great Jamiroquai album in the new sound era in a long time. And if you don't know what the new sound era of Jamiroquai is, the old Jamiroquai sound was basically the first 3 albums, and then the new sound where Jamiroquai started veering more towards disco and dance and just house music type of inspired pop dance music was from Synchronized to this album. And this is the best album of the new sound era. And I know a few of my other old fans of mine will say, you're absolutely insane. What about a Funk Odyssey? Well, you know what? Funk Odyssey had its benefits, but you know what? Automaton a Funk Odyssey marked Jamiroquai going towards technology. Automaton is yet going deeper into that technology, but doing it in a cautionary tale type of positioning. And that's really smart. And you know what? I look forward to future Jamiroquai albums doing this kind of experimenting and just daring moves and weird swings with their musical direction. That's my review of Automaton, and I know it's very long-winded, but you know what? This is an amazing album. It's got so much to offer. This album has everything for old fans and new fans, so everybody in the Jamily should be digging this album, at least not the full album, but some of the tracks. And props to the band for an amazing job on this album, and I look forward to hearing more and more material from them in the great future. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to get Automaton right now, it is currently available on time retailers in Europe and in Japan. So I will put links to where you can listen to it and buy it right now from the Jamiroquai store, from Amazon, what have you, all kinds of sites. It is currently available only in Europe and Japan, but it will be releasing in the United States on April 7th. So be sure to put your pre-orders now in, American fans. All the links to everything, all the links to hearing it and to buying it is in the description of this video down below, so be sure to check that out. This is JamiroFan 2000. I hope you enjoyed this Automaton review, and I'll see you again really soon with some more Jamiroquai Minutes, some more JamiroFan Talks About, and more Jamiroquai videos. And thank you all for enjoying all of these Automaton Week videos here on the JamiroFan YouTube channel, and there's more videos to come. This is JamiroFan 2000. Bye, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the album. And also, if you want to share your reviews of the Automaton album, be sure to put them in the comment section of this video down below. If you want to share your reviews there, I would most lovely like to read all your reviews of Automaton. Bye, everybody, and have a great weekend.